All right, we're going to talk about To Me. It just breaks through that, like Brandon said earlier about that little bit of Soundgarden, and you said it yourself about To Me kind of sounding like Soundgarden, but there's a deep meaning to this song that I think really can shake up a listener if you're really paying attention to it. So can you kind of tell us about To Me?
To Me, okay. To Me is a tune written by Bill Yost, again, the same guy who wrote Fallen. He penned these lyrics. It's a song about what the gospel and what Christianity means to him against philosophies and psychobabblings of the world. You know, there's a depth in Christianity that you don't find anywhere else. There's truth, for sure, in Christianity that you don't find anywhere else. You know, I think the song just brings that all together as far, I believe, lyrically. You know, when he gave me these words, I was like, dude, these are great. You know, how could you think these? He was actually questioning the lyrics himself, and I was like, dude, these are great. I don't need to add or take away from them at all. Mm-hmm. Musically, it was. Let me just give a side note how this came about musically. We had another tune that was going to take its place, or actually, to me, was never even going to be a part of this album. And we had another song written, and we brought it into the studio. And we as a band have always made the commitment that we do not want any filler tracks. You know, there's too many bands that we have loved in the past that always, for some reason, put some kind of crummy tune on an album. For some reason, either they ran out of material, or the production manager was too afraid to tell them that it stunk. So we just, and I'm sure you guys can think of examples. So we don't want any fillers on our album. We always want every tune we want to be good if people are paying money for it. It's not fair to put in a filler. And this tune, Tony, our ex-keyboardist, who's our full-time producer, just said, guys, this isn't up to par. I called Billy up. We were kind of under the gun time-wise. We had no other material written. He said, well, I have this tune that's been sitting around since late 90s, early 2000s, some sort of period, and it's called To Me. Well, I'll play it for you. I think it's got a little bit of a Dream Theater Drive meets Dock and Drive. And then when I heard it, he was singing it, so you know how high he sings, and I'm thinking, there's no way I can do this. I brought it into the studio, and Tony's like, all right, we're going to Soundgardenize this tune. Because I've been compared to Chris Cornell before, but again, that's super humbling because he's an amazing singer. So I just got in there and did what you hear in probably 2 takes, which was a real blessing as far as studio time and all that, and it just went perfectly. You definitely can maybe hear sort of a Dokken-ish type behind-the-scenes drum, groove, or beat, kind of a Bon Jovi kind of thing going on, but then there's a lot of Dream Theater sort of aspect, I guess. Oh, actually, that's in Fallen I'm thinking of, but the initial groove when Billy was singing it sounded very 80s metal, and now it's very 90s to modern with the Hammond B brings it old school, but also kind of modernizes it a little bit.
Y'all do a great job, and if I have to say, putting it all together, it's almost like adult contemporary metal.
You know what? Which is really funny because our label lists adult contemporary. Yeah.
It's like adults and kids unite.
You know, and if we can do that, if we can unite the metalheads and the fans of, I don't know, anybody who you would assume is adult, because adult contemporary is such a huge genre now, covers everything. I mean, even hard rockers have AC tunes. It's funny, our label on our MySpace page mentions that fans of hard rock, metal, progressive rock, and even adult contemporary can enjoy Orphan Project. And, but yeah, apparently there's a larger market for that too now. So, well, yeah, that's cool.
We appreciate you sharing the story about To Me, and it's just amazing that a track like that, you know, as a last-minute addition, is just a strong song. So,
thank you, man.
Check out the rest of the interview with Shane from Orphan Project, free on iTunes or podcast.anvilandthehammer.com.